Hello, welcome back. It's Carcino here. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification button whenever you get a chance. And definitely, if you want to support the page, hit the Cash App. The name is Carcino for the Cash App. And let's begin, man. Malcolm Jamal Warner and Darius McCray or McCray. Um, these two have played two different characters on two different shows. Both were the sons of black TV sitcom sons that we normally didn't see on television. Eddie Winslow, Theo Huxtable. And they're most known for their television characters' names more than their names themselves. Now, over the years and time, and during them shows being over and they moved to other projects, they have been unfairly typecast by the media and people that's in the industry and fans due to blogs, due to different type of shows or whatever the programs may be when they do their comparisons. And yet we never seen this outcome done before. Like someone said, like they never compared Kirk Cameron to Michael J. Fox. They never did these things. So they didn't understand, like, okay, I understand that, we're two black, kids, teenage kids on two different shows, and why is there a competition? Where is there a poll on who's better? They do it for no other network of shows where there's a plethora of Caucasian people to choose that you can do a comparison from when there's barely any shows that have black families like this. The only two black kids on the show, the two sons on each show, you want to compare them. It just baffled Malcolm. Darius was a little bit more acceptant to the comparison. He kind of understood it more than Malcolm. Malcolm was a little offended. They're from two different places. One's from Cali, one's from Jersey. Two different coasts. A lot of people mistake them one time and called one of them like, man, I'd be thinking you're Malcolm Jamal Warner, and they'll bring it up to Darius. Is like, man, how was it working on the Cosby Show? He's like, I didn't know, I wasn't on that show. He's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. It's always a production to say, oh, I loved your show. It was like everyone's favorite show. And he's like, first off, which show you talking about? Because you got to be sure. Like, I remember Malcolm Jamal Warner got really pissed off. He was doing a film with Adrian Brody, and someone called him Theo. I think it was called The Restaurant or something like that. One of them small films. I think Elise Neal is in it. But somebody, I don't know if it was a cast member or director, but someone called him Theo. I don't know if they were being funny or whatever, but it pissed him off. And yeah, he went off and said, my name is Malcolm. So if you're not calling me the character name that I'm playing on the episode, call me Malcolm or Mr. Warner. If you call me something else, I'm going to be very upset and offended by it. So it was, people apologized for it, but yeah, he was very upset that they were just disrespectfully. He's like, I can accept that from fans. because some of the fans, they just don't know. They're just fans. But this is a professional business. If this was a corporate office, a client would have got up and walked out the door. You just called him by another client's name. It's offensive. So that's the way he looked at it. But they felt he'll be okay with it. He can take it. And that was the attitude back then. It was like blacks was just taking what they had to do to work. And this was when that Cosby show and everything was, I was like, man, we got to still scrape the bucket. Haven't we proven that we're big draw? Just like the rest of these shows, we had a different world. Cosby Show, we had Living Single. You had all these shows that were successful that were all African American driven. How can you not believe that the show wouldn't sell? So it must have been something else. Is the reason why you don't see that many programs today, because it showed it could sell. Well, Malcolm and Darius have a different outlook on things. Malcolm is more, I would say, has always been grounded. Pretty much centered. Well, Darius was a little all over the place with his life, his career, what he's going to do next. He didn't really have any plans set you know, when the show came to an end. When his show came to the end, he had done it for 9 years. And it was like he grew up on the show. It's time to move on to other things, and there was really no set plan in place for him. So he had to abruptly adjust to the market and what he was thrown into, and they just weren't checking for African Americans at the time. They just really wasn't. Now Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner, he was a director. He was a jack of all trades by the time the show ended. So he had hip hop and music videos on lock, and that was Malcolm's focus at the time. But the only time Darius had a problem was in San Diego. I think it was one of those Comic Cons or meet and greets, and then some group was just heckling them. You get those groups that come in and they just can't do anything but, like, we gotta heckle somebody. We gotta get in there and heckle. Who can we heckle? Hey, that's the guy from Family Matters, or it's the Cosby Show. So they met him and he signed something for him or something. It was, yeah, Theo was better. Yeah, Theo was better. Theo, hey Theo. And then he just like shakes his head, laughs, and walks off. And it was weird. And then they were gonna call security to come get them out and clear them out because they were just loud and obnoxious. And I'm like, he just took a picture with you guys, and now you're in here talking about Theo was better. Theo was better. I mean, you're not Theo. Theo was better. So he didn't really care, Darius, but he just took it in stride. But that's the only incident I remember with him. Malcolm, I remember him being upset of being asked about the question about being with Darius, and said me and him had never worked together. That's what he said. But they met and talked. They actually went out the same part before, and I think both of them got callbacks, and neither one of them got the part. But that's the way it went. I think that they can both do anything they put their minds to. I honestly, truly believe that. Malcolm Jamal Warner is a great acting talent. Darius McCray has never really, in my opinion, gotten the opportunity to show Hollywood what he's really made of. So, it is what it is. Both guys are completely different, though many of you may not see nor believe. On that note, I think I probably talked up too much of your time. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Should they be compared? Hmm?